Mechanic Resurrection is directed by Danny Geisel and is the sequel to the 2011 film The Mechanic, starring Jason Statham. This movie had Jason Statham reprising his role. Also stars Jessica Alba and Tommy Lee Jones, and basically what's one of the basically Jason has retired from being a mechanic. It basically tries to stop people and make them look like accidents. But then, when his wife gets captured by Tommy Lee Jones' character, who was thought to be dead, he must take on these 3 impossible assassinations in order to save her. They very much make them look like accidents, like he always does, family. Okay, so let's get into Mechanic Resurrection. Take my hand, the flame. Now, honestly, I did not know much about Mechanic Resurrection. I know that it was a sequel to this film called The Mechanic 2011. I did watch that film, and it was enjoyable for what it was. I don't think it's the best film I made, but it was enjoyable for what it was. So I didn't mind going to a sequel, and there were a couple things I did like in this film. One thing DC was actually pretty good. He had some charisma to him. He had some greatness to him. Then I thought his character, I'll talk about his character in a little bit. And Tommy Lee Jones was actually pretty entertaining. He had a couple of entertaining moments to him. And we did have a promising opening. Like, I think the first 5 to 10 minutes were pretty promising. I don't expect much going to this film. I honestly thought it's like one of those sequels that were very unnecessary. When I saw the first trailer to this film, I thought it was okay, I guess. The trailer was okay, and I think it's supposed to be like bad or anything. But damn, this film was pretty bad. Like, it's not one of the absolute worst films of the year, but it's still pretty bad. Walt Disney was good in this film. I really did not like his character and how he was portrayed. I wasn't really a big fan of his character in the first film, and I'm still not a big fan of him here. Because his character is kind of likable at times, and he's just kind of annoying at times, and he's just a boring and dull character, and also very one-dimensional. Not Joe. But I say, Jessica Alba. Wow. I'm just saying this. This may be Jessica Alba's worst performance. Because she was terrible in this film. Not just her performance, but her character was also pretty terrible as well. Like, she hardly does anything in this film. She plays a typical damsel in distress who needs a guy to save him, and hardly does anything more. All she does is, I need rescue. That's basically her character in this film. And she also makes some dumb and idiotic decisions, like managed to get Jason Statham in trouble. She's just, oh my god, definitely one of the worst characters and one of the worst performances of the year, in my opinion. Seriously, oh my god, Jessica Alba, what are you? And the rest of the acting was also pretty bad. I don't think it's bad as Jessica Alba in this film, but they were still not that great. Their performances and the characters weren't that great either. Yeah. And also, the editing in this film and the directing, this is one of the worst directed and some of the worst editing in this film. The direction is blah and not good. Cinematography is also terrible, and the editing, oh my god, this is, I think it's basically this one's basically just a lot of random events. I haven't mentioned the story, but how the way it's edited makes me feel like it's just a lot of random events. There it is. And the action in this film, oh my god, the action is terrible. I'm gonna say this. I haven't seen this poorly edited and this poorly directed since Taken 3. It's that bad, guys. It's that bad. I'll say this, the ending in action is that bad. I am not kidding. It is that bad. I'm surprised I didn't have a headache after watching this. I'm really trying to think of a headache. Headache. Also, the story? What story? I can't much know the story, but as I said, the way it's edited made me feel like of just a string of random events happening at once. Like, maybe like, shouldn't something be connected to that? Or shouldn't something be connected to that? And then also, the way the story is handled and the way it's executed is freaking. Oh my god. Yeah, and also there are a couple of subplots that happen in the film that didn't go. Shouldn't that subplot really be in that film? See, shouldn't it even be in that film? Because if that subplot was taken out of the film, it wouldn't affect the movie at all. It really. But also this movie was pretty well. Like that, it did have a promising opening to it, but then it just started down and 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 it so just plants on himself. Not mention I'll say this. No, honestly, after that promised 10 minutes, the rest of the first act is pretty boring. Actually, it really is. Boring. Also, a couple parts of the third act were also pretty boring as well. Also, boring as well. And I also really did not like the ending to this film either. Overall, while this season was good, and Tommy Jones did have a couple interesting parts to him, and while it did have a promising opening, Mechanic Resurrection is just another unnecessary sequel. Like, didn't anyone even ask a sequel to this film? I mean, the first film wasn't that well known. Personally, I thought it was just enjoyable at best. But I liked it for what it was. But did that film really need a sequel? Say, do not waste your time with this film. Do not waste your time with Mechanic Resurrection. You will easily regret it. Overall, I'm going to give Mechanic Resurrection an 18 out of 100. Don't see it. Don't waste your time. Just do not see it. It's one. Again, it's not that I'm actually the worst films here, not one. It wasn't necessarily sequels. There've been a lot of bad sequels this year. I mean, there've been some good sequels, but then we had their bad sequels. Okay. Well, guys, so what did you think of Mechanic Resurrection New Scenes? And what did you think of the original 2001 version and the 1972 film, which I never seen, by the way? Leave a comment below. If you like this review, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate the support. I love my videos. Also, all my videos about Nerve and Mike DVD Wayne Dates coming out very soon. I'll also eventually have my top 10 best Disney Channel characters coming out this week, along with a Walking Dead top 10 video. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace. Love you all.